Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Matt Schuler, also known as Bushu37, and today I'm going to talk about travel hacking. So please use this video as a resource. I'm also writing a complete blog about all of the information covered in this video and a little bit more. Yes, I've started writing blogs, so the link to my blog is down in the description below. Click that, give it a read, give me a follow on there, blah blah blah. Okay, there are three main things you have to consider when finding cheap flights: websites, credit cards, and dedication. If you use these three things properly, you will without a doubt find the cheapest flights and be able to travel more. So let's get into it. First thing, websites. Everybody knows about, or should know about, google.com/flights. This is by far the best way to search for flights online. So I go to google.com/flights and I just put in my home airport. I don't even put in a destination, and it brings up all of these options, the cheapest flights within the next 5 to 6 months. And say I want to go for a weekend, 2 weeks, or just even a single week. If I want to be more specific, I can type in an option like Europe, and it will give me all of the cheapest options just going to Europe. So if I want to go on a Euro trip, I'm just gonna find whichever, wow, May 7th through the 15th, 588 round trip to London. And the sheer flexibility within this, it's incomparable. Oh my god, 478 to Iceland, and it's for like 9 days. But most likely, you're not gonna find every single flight combination on google.com/flights. It's much better to use google.com/flights in combination with another search engine. My personal two favorites are Skyscanner and Kayak. They have a lot of tools on their website that can make your dates flexible, and you can see where the cheapest flights are within this different region, much like google.com/flights, but it does narrow everything down a little bit differently so you can get different results. Lastly, I would say follow Airfare Watchdog on Twitter because they often tweet out really good deals right when they happen. Second on the list, credit cards. Everything that we've talked about up until this point has been discussing prices at face value. These are the prices that the airlines advertise. They will be the most expensive prices you will pay out of pocket for your flight. But there is a workaround, a trick to make these prices a little bit cheaper. It takes a little bit of dedication and time in order to do this, but it is so worth it if you want to travel. If you do get a credit card to try building up miles and points for travel, then you need to pay it off every single month. Otherwise, this is a complete loss and you're not saving any money at all. So with that being said, the #1 credit card I recommend is the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. This credit card is hands down the most beneficial for any person out there wanting to travel a lot. I'm giving myself some shameless promo saying that if you're looking to get this credit card, use my referral link down in the description below. I get 10,000 bonus miles and you get 50,000 bonus miles, which is equivalent to $750 free for flights. Now before you get too excited, this card does cost $450 a year to have. But if you're looking to travel frequently, it more than makes up for it. First off, they give you an instant $300 travel credit with your credit card. So if you purchase a flight, get a hotel room, or rent a car, that comes out of your $300 credit. So really this card only costs $150 a year. Additionally, just for having this card, you can sign up for global entry and TSA pre-check for free. You skip the lines at the airport and go to TSA pre-check. You skip the lines when you're going through customs because you have global entry. Like that alone has been worth the $150 that I pay a year for this. I believe those applications on their own, apart from the card, are a little over $100. So you're saving that much money and getting this awesome benefit. Another perk with the Chase Sapphire Reserve is that you get the priority pass for free. This gets you into a whole bunch of airport lounges internationally throughout the world. So I'll just say that I have this card, Michael doesn't have this card, but every time that we travel, we eat for free and we get to stay in a lounge and hang out and just kind of lay back and relax. So there's been times that we've gone to an airport like at PDX and we don't have access to a lounge, but there's several restaurants that we each get a $28 credit for. Yeah, me plus every single one of my guests. We could spend hundreds of dollars at these restaurants for free. I know, it's like crazy. I don't know how they make money, but anyway. But the biggest benefit with the Chase Sapphire Reserve aren't all of its perks. It's actually the way that the points can be used. You earn 3 points on every dollar spent on travel or food. Now when you're redeeming miles from the Chase Sapphire Reserve account, each of those miles is worth 1.5 times as much as it actually is listed at. That sounds confusing. So let's say that you get this card and you get your 50,000 point bonus. So that 50,000 points on other credit cards would be worth about $500 in travel credit. But on the Chase Sapphire program, it's actually worth $750. And it gets even better when you double this with an airline-specific card. When you use these cards in conjunction, you can redeem miles from the Chase Sapphire Reserve card purchase, say, a Delta flight with those points, and then when you fly that Delta flight, you then earn miles off of that flight on your Delta account. This does depend on the airline and the kind of fare class that you're purchasing, but we can get into that on another video. It's too much and it gives me a headache. I'm a big fan of the Delta Sky Miles program, so Michael and I are both a part of that. And airline-specific cards a lot of the time have benefits like a free bag. So that can save a lot of money as well. Now, if you're looking to get into traveling more, but you don't quite want to invest that much in the Chase Sapphire Reserve, they do have the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, and that is a lot cheaper. It doesn't have as many benefits, but the point system works the same. And if you decide to upgrade to the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the points are transferable from the Preferred card to the Reserve on a 1-to-1 ratio. No loss. That was a lot of information. Like I said, I'm going to write about this and summarize it in a blog. The link will be down below. Lastly, flexibility. This one's the most fun for me to talk about because it's just real. At the beginning of this video, we were talking about all the different search engines and how you find the cheapest flights. The biggest factor in finding cheap flights is your ability to be flexible with the dates or the destination that you go to. Airlines a lot of times lower their prices when they get into price wars with each other from specific airports. It's all really unpredictable and we don't know when the prices are going to dip or rise. Usually if I'm looking for a flight to Europe, I will just pick lots of random cities and see what I can find over a large array of dates. And I might be looking months and months in advance, and sometimes I can find something within 2 weeks. But we have to be flexible. Even if I want to go to London and tickets to London are really expensive, maybe I can fly into Sweden instead, spend some time there, and then fly over to London on a budget airline that's going to be much cheaper. That way we see more countries, we get to travel more, experience more, and we pay less. I'll also subscribe to price alerts so I get email notifications if the price takes a dive. But just remember that the more you're open to other locations and other dates, the better price you're gonna get. And last but not least, whenever I travel, I always stay in hostels. I stay with people I've met in hostels, and I eat food that's like really cheap. No, honestly, there was a summer where I just like strictly ate baguettes. I flew to Seattle once and I ate donuts for the whole entire week. Extremely unhealthy, but very cheap. And ironically, they had a deal with my credit card where I could get free donuts just by having the credit card. The world is weird. I've heard a lot that you just have to have a ton of money in order to travel. I've seen too many good deals on these search engines going to faraway places. I find that if you're dedicated, if you do some of these things, then you will have a much greater chance of getting somewhere you want to go and seeing the world. I'm gonna write more about this in my blog. All of my social media links are down below. Follow me on those and get more travel tips and hints and other things that are happening in my life. It's gonna be great. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.